comment as a citizen of Ukiah, resident of Ukiah, and a pilot who owns his own plane, who rents Hangar 52, and who constantly has water building up in front of his hangar because the storm drain doesn't drain that's right in front of there. I'd like to thank the City Council for doing this.
Happy to oblige you.
Roll call.
Councilmember Landis.
Aye.
Thomas.
Aye.
Crane.
Aye.
Roden.
Yes.
Mayor Baldwin.
Yes. Moving on to item 11D, adoption of a resolution establishing service charge for return checks.
Move adoption of the resolution.
Is there a second?
Second.
Well, I do.
Public know what we're doing?
They will.
Let's get a very brief, it looks like you have support here, but it would be good to, for the sake of the public and those people viewing, to understand what we're up to. So if you could give a less 3-minute overview of what this motion is about, this resolution.
This resolution is to raise the amount that the city can collect for insufficient checks. We've seen a rise, I'm sure, due to the economy of NSF checks. Currently, our fee is $10, and we would like to raise that to $25 per check, $35 for each subsequent check, and then if there's a third check, then they're put on a cash basis. I couldn't find that there was a previous resolution, so I attached a resolution to the ASR.
Is there public comment on this raising in fees for return checks? Further council discussion? Councilmember Landis.
It seems like a good idea that we should cover costs. It doesn't seem like we're going to pay for all the costs, but it's the limit of what we can charge. But I also appreciate that should be noted that it's city policy to be sensitive to customer hardships, that's part of it, this sort of a sensitivity to the consumer.
Councilmember Crane. Further discussion? Roll call.
Councilmember Landis.
Aye.
Thomas.
Aye.
Crane.
Aye.
Roden.
Yes.
Mayor Baldwin.
Yes. Moving on to item 11E, report status of procuring identity verification services for new accounts processing.
October 15th, we brought before the council the red flag ruling that the city has now formed a committee, and part of the red flag rules is for the prevention, detection, and mitigation of identity theft. Part of the process is to, when we start up a new application, to make sure that the person says who they are and that we're doing fair duty to make sure that the identification is correct. The way that we can do that is by pulling in a credit reporting agency, running the Social Security number, which they will provide us with their person's birth date, so we can make sure that they look approximately the age that it says. We can also verify the previous address, the current addresses, and it allows us to also look at how their credit has been, so we can have their deposit reflect an appropriate amount. It should hopefully save the city some dollars too. So this is basically just an informational item and to let you know where we are with red flagged.
The earlier resolution on deposits, though, I didn't see a differential in deposits based on credit reports. How would you handle a differential in deposits if the credit report were bad?
Then we would, if the credit report comes back bad, then we will go to the maximum deposit.
Was that on the list of deposits that we looked at earlier today?
It's part of the resolution.
Okay. Further, other council questions or discussion? Yes.
I just had a quick question about how many bids you got and what was the range?
I haven't put it out to bid yet.
Oh, okay.
I have a question. This is not directly related, but were we not going to see your department come forward with the issue of credit cards and how we're going to handle that?
Yeah, it's coming next.
It's coming next? Yeah. Oh, excuse.
Your wish.
I didn't see the word credit card there, though. Okay. Public comment on Report status of procuring identity verification services for new accounts processing. Further council discussion. Did we get a motion? I think we did from Mr. Crane.
For this?
We don't need a motion. This is just a report. Thank you very much. Moving on to item 11F, approval of electric bill paying services to payment corporations to provide online internet payment capability and customers access. Staff. Oh, there is credit card.
No, I need this. Don't know where it went. No. Jenny's somewhere. Okay, I actually have a PowerPoint that I can present, or we can go strictly with the agenda summary, whatever's pleasure.
We have a copy of the PowerPoint with us.
Okay.
which might-
What is the council's wish here on,
I've reviewed the PowerPoint. If there are members of the public that are interested and don't feel they can get it from the hard copy,
what are the implications for people who want to pay by credit card if we approve this tonight?
Okay, well, basically, this was written because of the cost to the city for processing credit cards right now. Last year, it was running as approximately $53,000 worth of merchant fees. That is a direct cost to the city. Additionally, for the staff to process the credit cards, a cost study was done, and that's running about $16,000. This year, the credit card usage has increased, and it looks as though it will be running about $65,000 this year, which will be requiring a budget adjustment. So basically, I checked into an electronic bill pay service where we can have a Pimentus. The customer would log online to the Ukiah website. They would be diverted to the Pimentus website where they could pay their bill online with the credit card, and the fees would go directly to the customer using the service. So the cost of $65,000 for the city would go away.
Do we know what that would cost to an average credit card user?
$495 for the average utility bill.
Okay, I think that's quite significant that we want the public to realize that those using credit cards would be charged roughly $5 for each bill they used, paid with a credit card, if we approve this. Now, when this, the summary at the top of the page doesn't mention credit cards, and the discussion doesn't mention credit cards. The background does mention credit cards. Hopefully, the public is sufficiently aware that this has to do with a new charge for credit cards. Yes?
Yeah, I guess I misunderstood it. I thought that this electronic bill pay, we would be able to pay, through deduction from your checking account, and then my question was going to be to you: are we going to eliminate credit card payments if we do this ATM, or not ATM, but if we do this debit, an electronic debit thing through the website?
For utility billing, we would basically be eliminating the charges that the city currently pays. So yes.
Well, the city pays them when people pay with their credit card.
Correct.
So I guess I'm confused about it.
We do have a program. We do have a program in place where we have automated clearinghouse for people who wish to pay directly from their checking account. That's done through a website now where we actually transmit on a weekly basis people wishing to pay their utility bill directly out of their checking account. We actually transmit that, and the money is actually transferred. So we have that in place already. That's called our Easy Pay program.
And I would add, that is something that people have to sign up for in advance. And there's no charge
for that.
to do that.